My name is Tanu, and my question in and around goes for attraction. I do get asked for dates, but I'm never interested in those dates. And the guys whom I'm interested in, they are never interested in me.
Sorry, guys. So translation, average guys, guys who are not the top 8, 9, 10, ask her out, average men. But she wants the Chads who are the 8, 9, 10s, but they don't want her because, most likely she's average. Nothing wrong with that. That's not a put down. Okay. But that's basically, I'm translating for you.
If you were to have a guess at it, you seem very intelligent. So if you were to have a guess at it, why do you think that they don't see you as the sexual partner? Instead, they see you as the friend? If you were to guess.
Okay, this is my guess. I don't have a very friendly face.
Have another guess. Because if you didn't have a friendly face, no one would want to be your bro.
Exactly, I'm their bro friend, but I'm not their girlfriend.
But why do you think that is? It's not because you don't have a friendly face.
I'm going to say they're not sexually attracted to her. They maybe are above her in terms of looks. And I know it's hard to hear that, but all of us have to accept that. I have to accept there's men in this world who will not want me because of my looks, my age, a variety of reasons. We all will be rejected by somebody. Even supermodels, the most gorgeous women in the world, get broken up with or divorced or can't find a man. So it's not a put down. It's just a reality check that if a man is sexually attracted to you, it's either or, okay, they could be sexually attracted to her, but her personality, there's something about it that is not attractive. But generally, even those guys will still, skeet and skirt or, kind of they may try it out, especially if you look a certain way. But I would say most likely she's punching above her weight. I don't know if Matthew is going to be honest about it or if he's going to kind of cap. So let's see.
Face.
I really don't know Matthew. I'm not sure.
It was sort of sexy when you said Matthew. I wish you'd do that more often. I wonder, I'm sorry, did you tell me your name?
Yeah.
What was your name?
You forgot? And you said I was special, but you gave me the mic.
Maybe we should go for a beer and talk about it.
Don't you dare call me bro. I break your head, I promise.
Well, have you finished berating me in public?
But she seems a little rough around the edges, not so feminine in even her responses. So I can see why guys may put her in a box of, y'all, I just realized I've been filming my fan. Hold on, my audio's probably messed up. Give me 1 sec. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, she's giving me a little bit of that tomboy kind of vibe. They're like, bro, you don't remember my name? Like a little rough. It's not very flirty. She may think it comes off as flirty, but to me, it just comes off as rough. She seemed like she'd be cool to be a friend with, jokes and all that other stuff. But men generally aren't looking for a woman like that. Like you have to look a certain way and plus, exude a lot of femininity in order to even operate.
See, that's the thing, is she's spot on. Because we live in the nowadays culture and nowadays society, where females are trying to be as male-like as possible and trying to be the dominant species or some weird shit like that because of all the indoctrination and brainwashing that feminism has created, females have completely and entirely forgot that the most important thing for attractivity, regardless of where you come from, what you look like, what your job is, how skinny you are, how fat you are, it doesn't matter. For 99% of males, the most attractive thing is femininity. In embracing your femininity. Being feminine goes a long, long way. More than you could ever realize. And unfortunately, the lost art of flirting only adds into this. Because a female who can effectively flirt while maintaining feminine character, femininity, characteristics, and traits, holy shit, you're gonna win. Especially in today's crowd. Especially in today's crowd. Because we have a lot of the females like that Indian girl who was being very not feminine. In other words, I mean, if you really just want to get down to the brass tacks, she wasn't being feminine. She was definitely being more masculine, being very like, you know, kind of like how guys are, right? So, he was trying to point that out, you know, he was like, you were being more aggressive and non-flirtatious when he was directly flirting with her. There are many ways she could have responded to, you know, him forgetting her name. And she chose the more masculine, aggressive, route. Which, not many men, like I said, a vast majority of men will not find that attractive. So yeah, it got me to thinking about how it's so much of the art of flirting is gone, sure, but females in today's world are losing touch, losing this understanding of how important their own femininity is, how vitally it is to be feminine, for those who are at least actively seeking male companionship, that is, I should say, whatever your purpose may be, even for those that just want to be fucked. Femininity goes a long way. And of course, for those who want a boyfriend, femininity goes a long way. Being feminine goes a long way. I'll use Anna Kendrick for an example here. The reason that I'm attracted to her at all isn't because of her looks so much, but because of how girly girl she is, how feminine she is. She's able to perfectly mix in how she is, you know, even if it comes off aggressive or dude-like or whatever, she's able to skillfully maintain femininity and girly girlness. That feminine charm is what it is. She's able to masterfully incorporate femininity, feminineness, girly girlness into everything she does. And for that reason alone, I find her irresistible. She is literally irresistible because of that. There are so many females that could be considered hotter than her, but I wouldn't find them desirable over Anna Kendrick because of her femininity, because of her girly girlness, because she has feminine charm. Whereas the others, even if they got the tight tan bodies with the big tits, do not. So that's the difference between those who are going to be successful in getting a boyfriend and those who will not. AKA those who can incorporate femininity into their characteristics. Having that feminine charm, holy shit. There have been many females that I've encountered in my life where, by all means of the imagination, they were unattractive physically. But once I got to know them personally, beyond just their looks, and I saw and noticed how feminine and girly girl they are, I was like, oh my god, this is a dream girl. It's as if their femininity, their girly girlness, made them physically attractive. Because all of a sudden, their looks didn't even matter. You know, that's how far it goes. That is just how strong and powerful femininity and girly girlness is. If you have the feminine charm, you win. But in today's world of toxic femininity, brought on by gynocentrism and feminism, it appears that more and more females are losing the idea of being feminine. They're becoming more and out of touch with their own femininity because they're trying so hard to be masculine and dominant and all this other crap because they got something to prove or whatever, you know. And so this is like the perfect time to kind of point out that, hey, femininity has an important role in this. But, I mean, if you want to be alone, if you don't want to be attractive, then by all means, continue on how you are, I guess. But for those who truly want boyfriends and relationships with the opposite sex and so on and so forth, incorporate femininity. Don't listen to this nowadays bullshit. Do not get into feminism. Do not get into this whole gynocentric trend. I mean, hell, just by standing up for men's rights and being somebody who points out the hypocrisy of today's females, of feminism and all this other gynocentric bullshit, you're gonna win even more brownie points. Because it shows you're embracing your femininity. It shows that you're intelligent. It shows that you are willing to go against the grain that is today's toxic, feministic, gynocentric culture in society. So it shows that you can be a strong, independent woman without feminism, without giving in to the toxic femininity, to the toxic feminism and gynocentrism in today's culture and society. Because I don't care if you are a supermodel or someone who's homeless. If you choose feminism of today's world and the gynocentric bullshit, you're instantly unattractive. However, should you choose to fight against it, like the few females that do, Ava Brighton and Brett Cooper and the gal with the neck tattoo, I forgot her name, damn it. But those three females in particular, fucking awesome females. They're by far and large more attractive for doing that. Because like I was saying before, you as a female are choosing logic. an intellectual superiority and intellectual honesty over just giving in. Giving in. Basically saying, well, and just being like all the rest of the dead fish that float, with the water there. It's just like, damn, she's really willing to be outcasted and hated on and all this other shit by all these females of her own gender, because, oh yes, it doesn't matter if you are female. If you go against the agenda or the indoctrination, brainwashing bullshit that's going on, you will definitely be hated on by these same females. They will see you as some sort of enemy. Ava Brighton knows it, Neck Tattoo Lady knows it, and Brett Cooper knows it just as much as anybody else that stands up against these toxic people. So you're showing bravery, you're showing independence, you are showing strength without having this toxic attitude of, I don't need no man, I'm a strong, independent. No, you are doing it in a way that is actually attractive and actually shows strength, actually shows independence, because you are willing to be an independent woman away from any culture. You're willing to stand on your own against the bullshit of today's fucking toxic femininity, of toxic feminism. You are willing to point out the bullshit of gynocentrism and speak out against gynocentrism, speak out against feminism, and speak up for men's rights, all the while being feminine and being girly girl. You will have it so in the bag, you don't even know how ahead of everyone else you will be. Because that type of gal, whew, gets me excited thinking about it, But, it's just one of those things where you have to have the courage, you have to have the bravery, you have to have that strong mind to do it. You have to have integrity to do this. To be able to not just go with the flow, be another dead fish, just going with the flow. You have to have a hell of a lot of courage, strength, and integrity and intellectual honesty to go that route. So in a lot of ways I can kind of understand why not a lot of females have it in them to do it, because they're truly not strong enough. They're truly not independent enough. And that's why they need to give this false idea or false image of being independent and strong by saying that they don't need no man. That's their way of saying they're not strong enough, they're not brave enough, they're not smart enough, they don't have the integrity or characteristics to truly be strong, to truly be intellectually honest, to be that woman who has it in herself to step out of the robotic mainstream line, to fight against the grain, go against the grain, do what is truly right. And that, above all else, I can assure you, will be more attractive than any pair of tits and ass that can be manufactured or naturally had. I can assure you that. No doubt about it. I can say that with 100% confidence. You're putting yourself well ahead of the crowd by being like that. Because that's authenticity. No doubt about it. And I, commend any female. I give them all the salutes and kudoses, praise, compliments, whatever you want to call it, for those females who do that, because I know there are more than just Ava Brighton and Brett Cooper and all these other people out there that are doing this, but they're not as, famous or well known. But there are those small pocket of females who are out there doing this, and I just want to give them encouragement of, keep at it, you got this. So anyway, long story short, little, rant aside, main point, femininity is important, and it's becoming a lost art to flirt. The importance of femininity is being lost to time as well, and I highly encourage females to truly go back to femininity, going back to girly girlness, and going back to, being females. I mean, it's not really hard, men don't really require much in general. It's one of those things where it's just like, don't be a dude, don't dress like a dude, don't, be masculine. It's not really that hard. Again, this is, of course, mainly catered toward females who truly want a boyfriend or companionship and all this other stuff. If you want to be bitter, single, and alone, that's your choice. Continue being a feminist, continue being gynocentric, continue being a misandrist piece of shit human being, and continue with your man-hating behaviors with all your misandry. That's completely on you. But for those who truly, honestly want males in their lives and truly want, companionship and shit, do the opposite of that. That's all there really is to it. It's really not that hard. So, until next time.